I've got more issues with the raft not popping when the T-Rex bites.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was meant to say.
Matt's gonna go. I'll let you have a talk about it.
That's the only thing.
You need to make condoms out of that, don't we?
Yes.
There's one podcast that I've listened to that discussed something about that scene that actually kind of makes a bit more sense. But even though I agree with everyone, like that thing should have been like as soon as it chops around it.
That's gone.
But one of the big disappointments for me, do you remember the first trailer with the Rex like roaring and yawning on its front? That was completely disregarded, and I don't understand why, because that was such a beautiful shot in the trailer. I don't understand why they decided against it.
It's a cool shot, but I mean, I don't know whether it would make any impact on the scene though.
I've not mentioned this so far, and I'm surprised that I haven't, but we've spoke about this a good little bit, and it's one bit that kind of not irritated me, but I wondered why they did it, and I wanted to get everyone's opinions on it. The Rex swimming.
Loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it. Absolutely
I enjoyed it, but what got me is when it's swimming with its head submerged. I don't know whether, if you think of lizards and stuff like that, or even birds, most of them don't swim with the head just underneath the surface. It was a little bit weird for me. That's the only thing that I think took me out of the film at all in the full film.
I mean, you could argue... Go on.
I was going to say, the only reptile that I know of that actually swims with its head underwater is crocodile, and that's what I'm kind of wondering whether that's what they were going for, because it even kind of does that crocodile-esque formation as it's swimming.
It's a hybrid, technically, so you can get away with anything.
I mean, I wish they'd have done a shot from underneath the water of it swimming.
That would have been cool,
because there's an argument to say, was it even swimming? It could have been walking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It could have been walking on the bottom. It's just you seem that kind of sneaky.
The reason I haven't got any issues with this scene is purely because in the novel it swims after the raft and walks after the raft and goes under the water. Yeah. And everything we see in this exact scene we see in the book. So that's probably the only reason why I've got no issues with it whatsoever. I've got more issues with the raft not popping when the T-Rex bites.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was meant to say.
Matt's gonna go. I'll let you have a talk about it.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that took me, because that scene was so intense. That's arguably the best sequence in the entire movie for me.
Yeah.
And when I seen it for the first time, like he picked up his jaw, shook it, and bit into it. When he bit into it, and it didn't go bang, I was like, yeah, that's the only thing that was so stupid about it. But other than that, it was fantastic.
You need to make condoms out of that, don't we?
Yes.
There's one podcast that I've listened to that discussed something about that scene that actually kind of makes a bit more sense. But even though I agree with everyone, like that thing should have been like as soon as it chops around it.
That's gone.
But it costs gone. The Paleo podcast that I've listened to, they were discussing about the idea that because the Rex is already eaten, because we've seen the parasaur carcass on the beach, it wasn't necessarily intending on hunting the family and popping the boat. It was more playing with them. So it was kind of like, some small things that I can mess around with. So it was just deliberately just antagonizing them, just making their lives hell just for the pure fact of they can't do anything to me, so I'll just make hell for them.
It's like a cat playing with a mouse, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, that's it. It's a cat playing with a mouse scenario. So it's just
naturalistic behaviour.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense, but that still doesn't, to me, if you're going to put your teeth around some a raft, it's going to burst it. I mean, for crying out loud, it put its teeth around some tyres in Jurassic Park, and that popped, and I'm sure that wasn't exactly a gentle kiss either.
Do you know what, right? They're like, do you know what I would have liked to have seen? And I don't know whether this is just me thinking too much into it and thinking, do you know what, that would have been sick, and we've seen it before, and it's maybe rehashing stuff, is a second Rex. I think a second Rex surprising.
I actually thought we were going to get one.
Yeah, if you think that full river raft scene, and then at the end of it, when it can't quite get it through the rock, and another one kind of comes out from the side that's kind of been tracking down the river or something, would have been cool. But yeah, just wishful thinking, I think.
Yeah,
I think that river raft scene was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, epic.
Actually 9.5 out of 10 because of the raft not popping.